Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we'll be speaking about the 23rd juz of the Quran. In this particular juz, there are a number of surahs. So they are Surah Yasin, Surah Al-Saffat, Surah Sad and Surah Al-Zumar. And we will focus inshallah on a particular unique segment in Surah Al-Saffat. This particular segment is unique in the Quran, it's not repeated, and it's the story of Ismail alayhi salam and his father Ibrahim alayhi salam when he sees in a dream that he is sacrificing his son. This is a well-known story. But what we can learn from this story is, number one, Ibrahim alayhi salam brought up his child to be a child that is fearing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And hence even in the segments in Surah Al-Saffat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes Ismail alayhi salam as ghulam halim. Hilm is forbearance, but here it also means that Ismail alayhi salam, he's someone who has the best of manners. He's someone who is patient, and he's someone who has that strength of iman. This is the kind of characteristics and values we need to imbibe in our own children. And then Ibrahim alayhi salam in this dream, he really captures something that we all need to learn from. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he sees in a dream that he's sacrificing his only son, and he doesn't question Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's decree. In fact, he awakes that morning, he asks his son that this is what I have seen. His son submits, and he begins to go through the process of slaughtering his own son. Now this shows us that Ibrahim alayhi salam's iman, he has unquestionable conviction and trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's decree. And this is something we can definitely learn from this surah and learn from this incident. And likewise, Ismail alayhi salam, like his father, he submitted entirely. And hence Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes Ibrahim as Inna Ibrahim kana ummatan. That Ibrahim alayhi salam was a nation unto himself, because his conviction, his strength of iman was unlike anyone else. And hence Ibrahim alayhi salam, he was like a nation on his own. Alayhi salatu wassalam. And then from this particular story, we can learn two benefits. One, that the love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must precede everything in our lives. The love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must come before the love of our own selves and our own parents and our own children. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must come first. And secondly, and perhaps this is the point that I want to highlight most here, is that this unquestioning submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's will and to His decree. And here we live in an age where there's a lot of doubts being spread around about Islam, about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Ibrahim alayhi salam, he was someone who had no doubt in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even in the matters that seem to be absurd, slaughtering your own child, he submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala entirely. And hence Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes this test as Inna hadha lahu al-bala'u al-mubin, that this bala is the greatest of tests, that Ibrahim alayhi salam was put to the greatest test, and he passed those tests with flying colours. And for us, we need to reflect over this and understand that if we truly trust the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if we truly trust in the sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if we truly trust in this deen and we have conviction in this deen that it is the truth and it is divinely inspired, then we must not question any element of it. Rather, we should submit entirely. And as Ismail alayhi salam was saved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, saved him through his submission by swapping him over, quite literally, with a great sheep, then likewise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will solve our problems. He will find a solution for our issues and the crisis that we face nowadays, if we truly submit to Him and if we truly have conviction in the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's decrees. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم من كل ذنب إنه هو الغفور الرحيم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.